Now, allow me to be abundantly clear on one thing. Anger can motivate you, it can energize you, anger can become infectious, laughter can become infectious. Those are kinds of energy that can emanate from the human body, or emotions that we can stir up through various and sundry actions that we have at our disposal, or the things, stuff that we can do, whatever. See what I'm saying? Anger can become infectious, laughter can become infectious, depression, negativity, it's all the same sort of ballpark, okay? And you can infect other people with that shit. It is energy that can emanate from the human body, but ultimately our moods, our desires, our wants, our needs, and other things are at our own disposal, and we either act on our wants and our needs to get a job, to get forward, to do things to that nature, or we don't. And whatever else happens going forward is purely up to the one that's in the driver's seat. Who's in charge? We are in God. I mean, God's ultimately in charge, but you get my meaning when I say that, right? And forgive the AA euphemism, but I guess what I'm trying to say is ultimately anger is infectious. The actions that we have at our disposal can infect somebody else one way or another, sad, mad, glad. Anger, I mean, when people are angry, they can accomplish a great deal. But what I'm trying to say here is ultimately your goals, your wants, your needs, in spite of any sort of interference, should, would, could, and most of the time, the results are all up to you. Except when someone takes an active role due to the fact of being mistaken for, say, a predator or something to that nature, and decides to fuck with you a little bit. That can take a nasty turn. But on the whole, you are who you are. And things are in control, in your control. Your goals are in your control. And ultimately, what happens in your life is generally in your control. You break the law, you do something to that nature, you assault somebody else, you hurt somebody else, you kill somebody else, you gotta pay for that. Well, supposedly anyway, but after all the shit I've seen over the past little while, that doesn't happen as often as it should either. Needless to say, what I'm trying to say here without any hesitation whatsoever is Canada is the last free country that we've got, and I would very much like to keep it that way. If you want somewhere where somebody's implemented something called the Patriot Act, and there's a certain amount of martial law going on, have fun in the States. If you want somewhere where you can exercise freedom of speech still and say what's on your mind, even if that's disparaging or negative towards the leaders of the country, then you're in luck, you're in the right place.